Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my page. My page is about common sense. I try to keep it down under the nitty gritty, under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, it's something very fogging and not important to liberals, libertines, people who believe in God, people who like smoke, people who like drink, people like ayahuasca, people like DMT, people who are just arrogant, people who think they're know-it-alls. The listener's discretion is advised. If you have any comments, questions, insults, or roast fest, you put it down below. I just woke the fuck up. And now I gotta tell my Bangladeshi friends and associates from Nigeria, India, and Pakistan that I can't deal with the getting up in the morning thing. I do educational classes for speaking proper English through a dynamic way of teaching, okay? I am not a professional, but I try to keep it short and sweet and alpha so people can speak English appropriately without all of the heebie-jeebies of the metaphors and the meanings and all that. But sometimes I have to do it. I have no choice. Sometimes they're real interested in knowing all those little meanings and adjectives and idioms. Okay, all that, they like to learn that stuff. But I can't get up in the morning. But other than that, that's not what this video is about. Again, I follow certain individuals who claim to say themselves as philosophers, which is okay. It's completely good to call yourself a philosopher. But please understand that I believe in Socrates and Heraclitus philosophies, which I believe they're highest on the totem pole. I want people to understand that there's no absolutes in the world. The scientific community found out that we are living in a form of a matrix right now, okay? And if you want to handle this problem with knowing that there's no absolutes, just ask a person. Does 1 + 1 = 2? Ask a question. Socrates was focused on the questioning techniques. I know that I know nothing. Okay, Heraclitus says that fire is water. Okay, so we already know that these two individuals are on both sides of the coin. The unknown and the known, which you really don't know. Because as I said before, no one has any absolutes. Mathematics is not the universal language of the law. But let me give you a great example here. Since my videos are very concise down to 10 minutes, I start off cringy for a reason. I don't need all the attention because I'm not trying to, persuade people to come to me. I'm not interested in that. That's a waste of time because I'm not trying to be professional or too articulate. Okay, I'm trying to look as cringy as I can. You see, I'm in shape. I'm an athletic build. Okay. So when you use Socratic questioning techniques, you start breaking shit. Everything start falling away. Very important. No matter how intelligent someone sounds, ask them questions. Don't try to ponder and say, that's right. Never do that. It's very foolish. So I watched the guy named MorgueOfficial. Okay, I watch him and I like the way he speaks and the way he looks like a goth. Okay. Remember that, okay? He looks like a goth and he has white hair. He looks like one of them vampires or some shit like that. That's a cool, edgy thing I like about him. He's with the Hyperion group. And as I said before, joining these groups like Rosicrucian and all that stuff, I understand the whole purpose of doing those things. Turning lead into gold and shit like that. Think about the whole purpose. Think about all those things you created. It's going to lead you back to square one. Remember that. But I'm going to tell you some secret here. Whenever you come across a person who thinks they have the answer, they're thinking about absolutes. And there's no such thing as absolutes. So let's go back to the question I was saying. I digress here. 1 + 1 = 2. Who created that 1 + 1 = 2? Okay? Life is subjective. Everything about life is subjective. Okay? And then someone comes up with A + B = C. These thoughts and these ideas, okay, which is through an experience of experimenting, okay, causes a person to think that they're the best. Pythagoras, okay, everyone. But if you just don't ponder, is there another way? Is there limitations on our reality restraints? What dimension that we are living in that keeps us from going out of the boundaries of these restraints? How do you know? You just can't know. All right. So let's say someone is 1 + 1 = 2. Let's start with this question. Let's try this. Okay. And the MorgueOfficial, I'm gonna put his face up there. Okay. I'm gonna put I'm gonna put my face up there too as well, like this and shit, and and he says mathematics is a universal language of the law. And I'm gonna prove to him that's incorrect, okay? You said universal, dog. You said universal means every dimension, time, and space. You're being arrogant, okay? As a matter of fact, you don't know shit, okay? And then he's talking about another guy named Throttle, okay? And he's talking about some arrogant shit too. But he cleared himself up. Morgue did clear himself up through the video, stating that there are frequencies of thought. But let's go back to the question. I digress here. Someone says 1 + 1 = 2. I said no, that's incorrect. You can't say that. Okay. So how is that not possible? How is not an absolute? Okay, because what we see in our eyes, another creature may see too, or a dual. Okay, from another dimension, looking at on our position, we may see 2 objects, but in that creature's in another dimension, they may see 4 objects. But our minds can only see 2 objects because, see how the question goes like this, is because our minds is limited to this reality. So like I said before, this reality is subjective, opinionated, okay? So let's clear all of the mumbo-jumbo technicalities and shit like that. You can't always go on someone else's philosophy. I don't know this information. This information comes to me through a voice. It comes to me through questioning. It talks to me, it interrogates me. I'm always in mode inquisition, okay? I know I'm right, okay? I say I know I'm right because I hear it from someone else, okay? And I don't know the answer myself. So maybe they may tell me a lie. But you have to think of the possibilities. The best way to know that you're right is to have an open mind. That's how you would know. Through speculative subjectiveness. Okay, which you may call the agnostic face, which is everyone should be agnostic because you can't say that there's a God, and you cannot say that there's no God that does exist because you don't know this. So someone says 1 + 1 = 2. No, it just doesn't equal 2. It can equal a plus sign. Okay, it can equal an 11. Okay, it can equal a less than sign because you see the 1 is connected to a 1. It could be a greater than sign. Okay, you twist these mathematical equations into symbols. Now, symbols, it's different from mathematics, okay? It's very encrypted, okay? And then it can be not just visual. It could be something of the thought, telepathic. So then we on different pages. Now, we say mathematics is trying to solve and it can find 13. No, it cannot. That is speculative. It's subjective. You cannot find those answers like that in this reality. Some people see the color green as red. As they're being raised, they experience, they learn these things as they go along. Heraclitus looks at water as fire. And he always said in his little philosophies that everything is always moving. And he is absolutely right. We are always moving. We are molecules. But I don't know that's a fact. I use anecdotal information. I don't use scientific bias from other people's perspective. So that's why I recommend people to do their own research. Just because someone says that there is an atom, that don't mean there is absolutely an atom. You may see something different because your eye may be different. Every human being is a subjective experiment in this reality. And I learned this when I was a child by asking what? Questions. I always ask that, how is Heraclitus correct when you see fire in fucking wood? How is he correct? You can transform those things, like through alchemy and shit, and do those things. But please understand, that's trying to achieve things. Achieve a certain limit of arrogance. But that's all I really wanted to say. Everyone is pretty much different, you guys. And I'm going to put his face and Socrates and my face up on here. And I'm going to break it down. I broke it down as simple as I can. There is no absolutes. Please stop it with the absolutes. Stop saying, oh, we know that. The infinity sign right there shows you that there's infinite number of things that can happen in multiple different times and dimensions and spaces. You don't know the answer. So what else is there to say? That I just got up. And now I got to tell my friends, the bad dudes, I can't do mornings anymore, you guys. I'm the Emerald Pill Master, motherfuckers. Emerald Pill King. You got any questions? If you don't think I have the secrets of the universe, I'm telling you right now, my secrets of the universe comes from a voice. a little tiny voice of speculation and inquisitiveness. I don't know if the voices are correct, but if you could just say, I don't know, but I hear something telling me to ask a question upon the question, then you will know through speculative means. Okay? Now, I'm not saying I know the answers to every fucking little thing in this reality, but I'm just going to keep my mind open to say I know that there is other possibilities. And how do I know? By asking questions. You have to be theoretical. I don't know any facts. There's no concrete evidence for anything. There is no absolutes. And if you do find a limited absolute, okay, that's because the person's idea and subjectiveness is put upon them to think that way. Everything's subjective. There is no absolutes. All right? So I'm just being speculative. Then you know there's no absolutes because I'm asking a question. Okay? And Heraclitus says, how is that fucking wall water? How is that fucking wall fire? Okay? It may take some work to transform it because of your own mind. But anyway, I'm going to put my face, Socrates' face, and also Morgue's face side by side so we can understand. As a matter of fact, when he was actually talking about his video, MorgueOfficial was talking about some other philosophers, as Dottle, okay, right? And he was trying to look down on him. I believe both sides are correct, no matter how you look at it. Just don't say there is absolutes. Once you say that mathematical universe, you're incorrect. Okay, you can't say that for every dimension, time, and space. You can't do that. So I'm a philosopher in my own self. There are different frequencies of thinking, yes. And some people may get the words and terminologies mixed up, but it's okay. Sometimes if you can be a smart ass, you can fuck up. All right? Yes, and I'm wearing lapis lazuli. This is pseudoscience. It's a pretty, I like the pretty stones, okay? Yes. Some people ask me, what do you got on you? Tiger's eye and obsidian stone. Okay, then this right here is lapis lazuli. Okay. This is labradorite, okay? And this is lapis lazuli. I have like at least about 5 to 6 stones that I usually gravitate towards more than others. But other than that, that's all I really wanted to say about that. What else is there to say? Please ask questions, you guys. Ask them, have you been in every time and dimension and space? If they say no, then they don't know shit. Don't use mathematics from this reality to solve the problems for every other reality. Up is down and down is up already in this reality. A plus B equal to C. That doesn't make any sense either. And then they're going to say D is equal to F? No. That's someone thinking. Subjective. Remember that. So peace and love to you, brothers and sisters of light and dark world to my page. And y'all have a nice day. I'm doing great today. I keep myself in shape, man. Today I hope it's a nice day today. Everything's unscripted when I talk. I don't read from some kind of a notepad or some book. Okay? I just know this shit, okay? It just comes to me naturally. And then I'll ask a question, and then they won't answer it. They won't answer it correctly. Jordan Peterson, okay, Ben Sharpio, they don't think about pathologies too much. They just think of themselves. They're more wrapped into themselves. And no one's perfect, though. I'm not even perfect, okay? But trying to achieve perfection is arrogance, okay? Just live your life and try to live happy as possible. Peace.